Hello, good evening. Thank you so much for coming. Happy International Women's Day. I'm Solmaaz Adeli. Together with Dr. Mehdi Emamian, we have put together a beautiful program this evening of music of women, by women. Please come in. For men and women to enjoy. We have a brave man who's performing tonight, Chekod. Our pieces have been chosen to showcase women around the world, music that's international, music about women like Ave Maria, Carmen, Bizet's Carmen. We're featuring new works by women composers, IFCA members, Iranian Female Composers Association. Tonight will be a world premiere of a very cool, beautiful piece called Hazin, written by Atefe Einali. Atefe is in Manchester, UK. We have people tuning in online. Thank you for tuning in all the way to Austria, to UK, out to California. I'd like to say a very special thank you to Partnern alle Nationen, an organization in Vienna whose president, Hermann Mückle, has a birthday today. Happy birthday, for their continued support, helping host International Women's Day every year. A huge thank you to Duke University and to Dr. Emamian, the graduate students of Iranians at Duke, organization here who has really helped foster beautiful musical and lecture series focusing on Iranians in America, studying specifically at Duke. We are showcasing tonight also a PhD candidate here at Duke University of music composition, Mojran Chayan. Tonight's program will feature American traditional music, Iranian traditional music, new music, classical music, all of the fun stuff that you all love to hear in little bites throughout the evening, violin, guitar, voice, piano. The artists will speak a little bit before their pieces to explain a couple of the symbolisms behind their pieces, also English and Farsi transcriptions. I'd like to invite Dr. Emamian to say a few words here and welcome us all to beautiful Goodson Chapel. Thank you to be here tonight for International Women's Day in support of women around the world.
Thank you, Solmaaz. Dear friends, family members, distinguished guests, guests of honor, I would like to welcome you to this very unique event tonight. Before starting, I would like to welcome Ambassador Iko and his family. What a great honor to have you here. And also Professor Lindroth, who spent the time, thank you so much for spending the time here with us tonight to make the opening remarks. Before continuing, I would like to thank our co-sponsors, all the sponsors and co-sponsors, Dr. Ali Jarrahi and his family, Graduate Student Association of Iranians at Duke University, Middle Eastern Studies Center, Persian Cultural Society at UNC Chapel Hill, and Iranian Female Composers Association, and the Center for Excellence in Persian Arts and Sciences in North Carolina. Thank you so much, and Professor Lindroth would like to
thank you. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening to celebrate International Women's Day. And I have to say, this is a fantastic program that we'll hear tonight. It includes European classical music, which is more the area I come from, teaching composition as I do in our music department, but also traditional Persian music, African-American spirituals, and new works by contemporary women Iranian composers. In my experience, the women composers I know are not necessarily most concerned about being known as women composers. It's a little bit like saying that there's something distinctive about female physicians, software engineers, computer scientists, lawyers, journalists. No, in my experience, what women composers are most interested in is having their music performed and having it heard. And this is, today, I would say that the contemporary music scene is being profoundly shaped by the work of women composers. In the United States, composers such as Kaya Sariaho, Julia Wolfe, Augusta Reed Thomas, Anna Klein, Jennifer Higdon, Gabriella Smith, Caroline Shaw, Jessica Meyer, Kate Soper, Joan Tower, Meredith Monk, Sofia Gudbai-Dulina, many, many others. These are the people who are really defining the contemporary music scene today, and it's very exciting. At the same time, you should keep in mind that to be a woman composer, one must possess a greater store of determination and resilience, as well as talent to make it in this field. We still have a long way to go as a culture and as a society to ensure that kind of parity. But like I say, things are improving, and I think one of the most exciting things for me about concert programming tonight is that it's just much more interesting. Whereas the old template would feature standard repertory that define stable points of reference for both musicians and for you as audience members, today it's changing. Things are much more diverse, unexpected, and for me, liberating. And sometimes, I think in some ways, this is much closer to the way music was experienced in earlier centuries when every program would feature new compositions. And for you, it allows us to hear music in completely different ways. Some of the music you'll hear tonight may be familiar, a lot of it will not be. And for someone like me, hearing music by Schubert and Bizet in the context of new works by female women composers from Iran, it completely changes the way that I hear Schubert and Bizet. It just makes everything more lively and fresh. And this means that for you as listeners, you will be able to bring your own ideas to each piece. There's no one to tell you what to hear, and I hope you'll enjoy this. Just imagine tonight, a new piece by Otafe Enali is being performed for the first time, and there is no tradition about or history or reputation for this piece. You're the ones who are in some ways are just inventing what that piece might mean by how you react to it. I think the same could be said about pieces by Niloufer Nourbakhsh. As I've gotten to know both composers' music recently, I've discovered that no single piece seems to define their style. They themselves seem to be enjoying the freedom to explore new ideas of their own creativity from piece to piece. We'll also hear Mojgan Chahian sing. She's studying composition here at Duke in our graduate program, and you'll hear she's a very, very talented performer of traditional Persian vocal music. But I assure you that her own compositions bring together many, many other ideas into something that is uniquely her own. Undine Smith-Moore is sometimes called the Dean of Black Women Composers. But her studying of the spiritual, "Is there anybody here that loves my Jesus?" is not necessarily representative of all of her music. If you were to hear one of her other piano pieces, a piece called "Before I'd Be a Slave," you'd hear a completely different side of her musicianship and imagination, which for me captures the eloquence as well as the violence that have shaped the African American experience in the United States. So in short, all four composers, I think, are reveling in their artistic freedom, and in their way, they're bringing new worlds into existence through their music. One thing I know for certain is that our artists performing tonight are absolutely superb. Solmaaz, Adeli, Ava Nazer, Chakad, Sarami, and Mojgan, they're wonderful, wonderful musicians. Solmaaz Adeli's career spans all across Europe, especially Austria, as well as the United States, and she is a gifted interpreter of classical European repertory as well as contemporary song and opera. Ava Nazer is an accomplished pianist, equally at home in classical and contemporary repertories, and I'm sure you will enjoy the selections performed by Chahian and Sarami as well. So now I'd like you to join me in welcoming Solmaaz Adeli and Ava Nazer.
Good evening. There are some short poems. One is from Furugh Farrokhzad, a wonderful poem is from Iran, and the other one is just anonymous. من از زنانی حرف میزنم که نامشان معادل معجزه است. من از فروغ‌ها، از سیمین‌ها، از پروین‌ها، از آهو خانم‌ها، از تمام زنان و دختران و مادران فداکار و داغدار وطنم، از تمام آنهایی که خریدار ترس نبودند و نیستند، از آنهایی که چو کوه ایستادند و نشان دادند زن بودن be a woman بالاتر از معجزه است. و خدا زن را آفرید تا در حوالی خوابهای باران ترجمان موزون یک موسیقی ناب باشد. و خدا زن را آفرید تا هر ورق از کتاب هستی در پیوند آب و آینه بی عشق نماند و از جام وجودش دنیا را لبریز عشق سازد که بی عشق زندگی را نشاید. و خدا زن را آفرید تا عشق گمنامی نماند بی نشان و دل آتشکده‌ای نباشد خاموش و سرد، که از ترنم نفسهای مهربان یک زن شور زندگی جاری است و اشتیاق جوانه زدن. فروغ میگوید زنان اگر مجبور شوند روی دیوارهای زندان on the walls of prison آسمان آبی را نقاشی می کنند، اگر پارچه های زخم بندی سوزانده شود پارچه های بیشتری خواهند بافت، اگر خرمنها نابود شوند بذرهای بیشتری. آنجا که دری نیست زنان در خواهند ساخت و اگر آن را باز خواهند کرد از آن عبور خواهند کرد و به راه‌های جدید و زندگی‌های جدید گام خواهند نمود. مرسی.
Thank you. Very beautiful. We are very excited today to present this engaging and hopefully uplifting program for you today. We're featuring IFCA composers, Iranian Female Composers Association. These next two pieces are by one of the co-founders. There are three co-founders of IFCA, Nilufar Nurbakhsh, who we'll highlight momentarily, Aida Shirazi, related to this fabulous woman here, and Anahita Abbasi. Anahita and I got to know each other in Graz when we were studying together years ago in Austria, and she led me a couple of years ago on to IFCA. They were founded and launched their first concert at the end of 2018, I believe, and I became familiar with them in 2019, beginning of 2020, and now almost 3.5 years later, we're finally putting on a concert, kind of post-pandemic, highlighting some of their composers, featuring this world premiere of Hazin this evening. Together with some colleagues in California, we hosted a fundraiser for IFCA last summer and raised over $3,000 in my aunt's home just by people giving to the organization out of their hearts and giving to commission such pieces like you'll hear tonight. These next two pieces are by Nilufar Nurbakhsh. This piece that I'll sing with Ava, The Threshold of a Cold Season, is from the very, very beginning of one of Forugh's epic poems. This is the first verse, actually, of that poem. And this is a woman confronting the threshold, confronting death at the end of her life. This is The Threshold of a Cold Season by Nilufar Nurbakhsh.
And here I am, a lonely skies blue despair, skies blue despair, and the impotence of these hands cement. Time passed, and the clock struck 4 times. 4 times. Today's winter solstice, and I know the secret of seasons, the secret of seasons. Understand the language of moments, the language of moments. The Messiah sleeps in a grave, sleeps in a grave, and the earth, the hospitable earth, the hospitable earth beckons
I should say this next piece is a piano solo. Alva's going to perform for us, also by Nilufar Nupash, for piano and electronics. The electronics you'll hear resembles the heartbeat.
Good evening. The next song is called Far From You, the lovely lyrics by famous poet Hushang Ebtehaj. The whole poem revolves around the longing of a lover who is not able to join his sweetheart. But despite all difficulties, he maintains his flame of hope alive and does not resent harboring this sweet grief, thanks to the meaning it has brought to his life. Interestingly, from another point of view, the lover's desire can be read as a metaphor for freedom in a suppressed society. So I read you the first sentence of the poem, the translation. I am in the mood for your sight, but hindered far and wide. If only I were the rain pouring from clouds where you reside. And the whole poetry in Farsi. هوای روی تو دارم نمیگذارندم مگر به کوی تو این ابرها ببارندم مرا که مست توام این خمار خواهد کشت نگاه کن که به دست که می سپارندم مگر در این شب دیر انتظار عاشق کش به وعده های وصال تو زنده دارندم نمیخورند غم ایام و جای رنجش نیست هزار شکر که بی غم نمیگذارندم
the brave boy who's performing tonight. Please come forward. Thank you. These three very, very special performers today. Massa is a PhD candidate at UNC Chapel Hill of Material Sciences, and this is her own composition. So on the side, she plays guitar and writes lyrics and writes music. Chekad is joining us this evening, followed by Mojran Chahiyan.
Good evening, everyone. مردان را زن نرود از ضمیر آنجا 9 ماه وطن کردند. I gave this to ChatGPT to translate with rhyme, but I did a minor change. It says, in conscience, men let not women sway. There, his home 9 months found its way. So, I also congratulate all the women around the world, especially Iranian women, because my mother is Iranian, my sisters, but anyhow, I'm kidding. But so I have prepared 4 songs. Actually, it's a medley, but because the time given to me was pretty short, I had to squeeze this into 9 minutes. There are 4 pieces by Qamar al-Muluk. He born in 1905. Obviously, he's not alive. She's not alive. And the next one in order of birthday, Delkash, 1925. She's also not alive. And next, Hayede, I think 1945, and she's not alive either. And the only one that is alive is Sima Bina, and she, I think, 1947, if I'm not mistaken. But the last one by Sima Bina is my father's, and his orchestral piece. But all of these are obviously, Iranian traditional songs, and they are very good female. I mean, like Qamar, that the oldest one. She was too much in charity that at the end, she ended up poverty, and so this is the first time I'm doing this. These females, I have their recordings, which is pretty old. I extracted their voices, and I had a friend in Iran. He played the tombak because I had to synchronize the places that the singer is not. Then I'm going to accompany the singers. I do my best wherever you feel like it's applicable or you like to do it. Just sing with it. All right. I have to change the tune just because Iranian music, there are so many scales. Just one place. So.
چمن پر میخونه، نغمه شورش کرده دلم را دیوونه. دفتر گل در مکتب بستان بگشودش، بلبل از آنها دست وفایی میخونه. ما همه عهد صفاییم، بنده خاص خداییم، چشمه مهر و وفاییم. ما همه اهل صفاییم، بنده خاص خداییم، چشمه مهر و وفاییم.
Thank you. Mojgan Chayan is a PhD candidate of music composition here at Duke University, and she's going to sing a beautiful Iranian traditional song, an improvisational version, a cappella. Thank you, Mojgan.
بسی ما را بسی کمان ملامت کشیدند ما را بسی کمان ملامت کشیدند تا کار خود زبروی جانان گشاده ایم ترسم که اشک ترسم که اشک در غم ما پرده دار شود ترسم که اشک در غم ما پرده دار شود آه بین راز سر به ما این راز سر به ما به عالم سمر شود گویم سنگ لعل شود ولی به خون جگر شود یا
Hello everyone, my name is Atefe. I'm going to introduce my piece Hazin. This piece is based on a rhythmic pattern in Iranian classical repertoire, which is called Hazin. And I learned it more than 15 years ago while I was practicing Santur. I'm a composer who is from Iran, and doing PhD in Manchester University and always exploring to how I can bring my Iranian background through the composition. Until now, I have reached to this point that the essence of the culture, the Iranian culture, which is oral tradition, it should be involved in my pieces for a better combination of Iranian music and Western classical, basically contemporary genre. So with that in my mind, I decided to have three main elements for my pieces. First, it's the video recorded of the my own improvisation by Santur. For example, for this piece I played this Hazin by Santur, and you are gonna also listen to it after my talk. And I gave it to the performers for their reference how I would interpret the Hazin. The second element was give them lots of improvisation boxes through my pieces to ask them to tell me their story, their background, their individual understanding of this piece. And the third element is the collaboration, that all the time we rehearse together, we talk together. So with all these three elements, I'm trying to not just bring the melody or pattern, I'm trying to bring the understanding of the this culture, or the new way of the thinking and responding, and having a dialogue together based on this culture and this Hazin pattern. That's the technical part. In the other part, which is my inspiration for the piece, and it is about a simple life, the usual routine: wake up, coffee, shower, dress up, walk, exercise, study, work, shop, cook, sleep. Sounds pretty basic, right? But it's not that simple for a lot of people, especially I believe in this modern life. But I don't want to elaborate the picture of the the whole story. I want to invite you to imagine the story of your life through the piece, and yeah, I invite you to listen to the Hazin with the Santur first and the piece, and I hope you enjoy.
Ha. Ah. 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 I can't even breathe. I am so tired.
Don't even think about it.
Hey, hey, tanhom, hastam. Hey, hey. I'm so lonely. I'm so tired. I am lonely. I am tired. Ah, ah. Ah, ah. Ah, ah. Don't even think about it. That includes all of you praying here tonight. Thank you very much. That was a very special world premiere of Hazin, which means deep sadness. That's my English transcription. Deep sadness that Atife Enali wrote this year. That was her speaking earlier, describing her piece a little bit, divided into boxes where some notes were notated in Western notation, some were free boxes of improvisation, some were fixed boxes where we had to sing exactly what's on the paper, like what we've learned for many years. So this is quite the cross-cultural musical experience, working together with Ava and Hazin on lots of Zoom calls on her idea and her vision for this piece. And she brought up recently a request where she said, actually at the end, after you say the words, khastam, tanham, I'm sad, I'm lonely, I'm tired, could you think about something that moved you early in your life, preferably a song that spoke to you earlier in your life that gave you those feelings, and kind of merge into that song? So my parents who are here tonight, my mom is from Tennessee, and my dad is from Iran, from Babol on the Caspian Sea. So I had the great privilege of growing up with beautiful Iranian traditional music and beautiful American traditional music. So I thought of my late grandmother and this very special song that she introduced me to when I was a child. So we merged that into Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child. We're gonna end on a high note though. We thought, let's introduce strong women for today's program, and who is nothing but the strongest and sassiest and kind of mean of women is Carmencita. Carmen is a character from a long epic Spanish poem, The Adventures of Don José. Actually, they were called The Adventures of Don José, the tenor who she fell in love with. This is Carmen's habanera, the beginning aria from the opera Carmen, where she comes out of the cigarette factory, she finds a new lover who is this poor tenor Don José, and she takes him as her own. Thank you very much for coming this evening. We've highlighted music of women, by women, for women, and a very strong, courageous man tonight. Thank you to everyone who came out this evening and everybody who's performed this evening. Please stick around for a little bit more music. This is Carmen's Habanera. have prepared a special extra song, a very, very beautiful gospel song, as Dr. Lindroth mentioned earlier, by Undine Smith-Moore, a Black American composer and pianist. Most of her works were indeed piano works. This is a very special song she wrote in 1981, in May of 1981. Is there anybody here that loves my Jesus? Thank you, everybody, for coming out this evening. Please look up IFCA, Iranian Female Composers Association, ifcacomposers.org. Please take programs with you, look up this music, listen to more and more beautiful music, fusion of many worlds, all of us coming together through music, poetry, art, and above all, strong women. Happy International Women's Day. Please stay and have some snacks and chat with us here outside in the lobby in the narthex. Thank you very much for coming.